Hello, everyone. Hello, Rain. We're back recording another podcast episode for the Weeknight Mysteries podcast.
Hello, everybody. I'm glad to be back. What are we going to talk about this time?
We're going to be talking about the very suspicious death of a 4-year-old Mexican girl named Paulette Gebara Farah, who died under very strange circumstances on March 2nd, back in 2010. So, Rain, you told me about this case. This was your idea.
Yeah, basically I was scrolling through Reddit posts and I saw this thread that was about like the weirdest cases that some people had or ever have known, and one of them was Paulette's case, and I was very intrigued. And apparently it was a very popular or infamous case in Mexico about a young kid who was found under her bed.
Not
Mattress.
necessarily under the bed, as I understand.
On the side of the mattress.
On the side of the mattress.
Like, is it like side or like a little bit under?
I don't even understand what kind of a mattress is that, because usually when you put a mattress on a bed, it covers the entire bed. How is there
Right?
even that big of a space to fit a 4-year-old child?
Maybe
Like,
there wasn't.
I've never seen a bed that had such a big, wide, you know what I mean, space.
Oh, maybe the frame was a little bigger than the mattress, but then again, it's just so weird.
It's weird. So, Paulette Gebara Farah, she was 4 years old when she was, I think, murdered at this point. At least I'm kind of suspecting that something happened other than an accident there. She was found dead under suspicious circumstances after she went missing from her bedroom on March 22nd in 2010. Her family began a search campaign utilizing television, advertisements, and the social media. Her body was then discovered 9 days later, on March 31st, due to smell coming from the room. Paulette's body was found in her own room, wrapped in sheets between the mattress and the foot of the bed. The same room where her mother had given multiple interviews during the time when Paulette was officially still missing, which is so bizarre. How did they give interviews in her bedroom without noticing her? The room had already been searched by experts from various agencies, including search and rescue dogs, and her death was ruled accidental. Investigation concluded that Paulette died during the night, after she turned herself around in bed and ended up at the foot, and the official death was ruled to be asphyxia. Okay, so let's kind of go over the chronology of the case, what we have here, and I have some questions, and I hope you have some ideas, because some of this stuff doesn't add up to me at all. On the night of March 21st, Paulette, her sister, and her father Mauricio, the three of them returned from a trip to the apartment. Now, her mother Lizette was actually on a separate trip with her friend, so she didn't go with her husband and 2 daughters. She was out in some other resort in Mexico. So she stayed up late after she returned from her trip, and she put the girls to bed. The following morning, on March 22nd, one of Paulette's nannies, because the family was well off, they were making good money, apparently were also kind of experiencing some financial turbulence, let's put it this way. Sorry. And so they had multiple nannies, right? So one of the nannies was Erika. So Erika entered her room to wake her up for kindergarten, but she could not find Paulette in her bedroom. So she notified the mother. And the mother, apparently, and the nannies started searching for Paulette in the apartment I think they had a 2-story apartment. It was kind of this fancy apartment.
Oh, it's one of the high-end ones.
Yeah. I think they were on the 2nd floor of the big apartment complex. So the father Mauricio informed his sister that Paulette has gone missing, and then the sister informed authorities, which is crazy, right? Why is the sister informing the authorities?
Yeah, that's true. It's supposed to be the parents, or at least the nannies.
At least the nannies.
Anyone within that apartment.
No, I think it's so suspicious that neither of the parents reported their daughter missing, which is kind of crazy. Why are you waiting until what if the sister never reported her missing? When would they even report? I think there's, at this point, on day 1, in my opinion, the parents are acting so suspicious.
I mean, yeah.
I'm raising major eyebrows here because why are you not reporting them missing by yourself? Why are you waiting until your sister reports them missing? The sister, okay, I'm immediately thinking that the parents know something and the sister doesn't know something. So the sister calls the cops, but the parents are probably trying to figure out what next.
Question. Was Paulette reported missing on the same day when she actually was missing, or was there a waiting time?
I think she was reported on the same day. Just bizarre that the sister was the one who was reporting. Her aunt reported her missing, not the parents.
Yeah, that's true.
That's so bizarre. That's insane.
Really bizarre.
That's insane. After the initial search of the apartment building, Paulette's family claimed they could not find her. There were no signs of theft or kidnapping because all of the locks were intact, as well as the windows and doors. The housing complex also had surveillance cameras, but no evidence of Paulette leaving or being taken was found. And Paulette herself, she had a motor and language disability because she was born prematurely, and she could not have ventured out on her own. Therefore, it doesn't make sense that she left the building either. So immediately I'm thinking that there was no kidnapping here because there are CCTV cameras, there's multiple there's clues that do not add up. There's nothing missing from the apartment, there's no theft, all the locks are still intact. So she didn't leave the building. So obviously she has been taken by the parents. And it's a major cover-up because this doesn't add up. It's a major cover-up.
Do you know which floor they were staying at?
I think it's the 2nd floor.
Second floor. Because immediately, if we're gonna put ourselves in the parents' shoes, and for example, we're completely innocent, there's a possibility that Paulette could have hopped off the window.
She can't move properly.
Oh.
She has motor disabilities. She can't move.
She always probably needs assistance then?
As I understand, yeah.
Yeah, there's no issue.
She didn't leave, so there's clearly no kidnapping
nannies,
here.
Possibly.
Someone inside of the house knows more than they're telling. It's completely obvious. What happened to her and where is her body? Because I think it's pretty obvious to me that this wasn't an accident. Okay, it just wasn't an accident, so it's a cover-up in my opinion. So where's her body? And what happened to her? Do you think she's dead or do you think she is alive?
Wait. I need more context in this. So on the first day, the aunt already called the police, and then the police, I'm assuming, immediately went to search the apartment.
Yes, exactly. So I don't know exactly how long there was a period of time. But yeah, I assume that on day 1, law enforcement were already in that house.
Okay, so I'm assuming multiple people were already in the house. The nannies, the parents, the aunt, the police, maybe around 10 people. The sister, maybe around 11.
Yeah.
Searching the property here and there.
But do you think there is a chance that already... Okay, so what could have happened? Okay, what could have happened? Okay, I have some more kind of information here, and I have some more things to kind of present here. So wait, now let's kind of go over the weird things about the case. So that afternoon, the Attorney General released a poster with a photo of Paulette and information about her age, appearance, and physical disabilities. Paulette's aunt, I believe the same person who called in. No, sorry, this is a different aunt. This is an aunt from the mother's side, so it's Paulette Farah. She sent emails and updated a photo to uploaded a photo to social media, where the news quickly spread, prompting a large response. So at this point, like, the whole country is kind of like paying attention. In the evening, the mother Lizette released a message on television to the alleged abductor, and she was asking that her daughter would be returned. She said that you could leave her daughter in any shopping center or a crowded place, and there would be no consequences. After this announcement, she distributed flyers. Sorry about that one. She distributed flyers with Paulette's face, put up billboards, and placed advertisements on television and public transport. So if this is staged, that would mean that the parents are doing a lot of work. And this got me thinking that maybe Paulette is still alive. And maybe there's a financial reason behind all of this.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because, what, she was abducted by the parents? For what reason?
Apparently the parents were running into a tough financial situation. Even though they were well off, it was 2010. It was kind of just a few years ago after the financial crisis of 2008. So things weren't that great. Like the economy was pretty bad in 2010.
Yeah, but I still don't know the reason why you're gonna abduct your own daughter.
Yeah, but something tells me that there is a chance that at this point on day one she might still be alive. I don't know, just a hint on my end. I don't know why. Now, the father Mauricio also appeared in the media, and he was asking that his daughter would be returned to him. He recalled that he had gone out to work on the morning on March 22nd when Paulette had apparently disappeared. And we don't really know what exactly happened in the day 2, day 3, or day 4, but we know that on day 6 of the disappearance, on the 27th of March, several news crews were allowed into the apartment as Lizette, the mother, sitting on her daughter's bed, recalled what had happened that fateful night. She put her daughter to bed, kissed her goodnight, and then she left the room. That night she didn't hear any weird noises, the dogs didn't bark, and everything seemed fine. It would be 9 days until her body was found. So 5 days into the disappearance, Lizette, the mother, invites news media to Paulette's room.
And they had an interview there.
They had an interview there, and we are gonna watch this video right now. And we're gonna try to figure out what's happening here. So I do have the video here. So we are actually watching the video. Tell me what you're seeing here.
Okay, I can see a girl's bedroom. Kinda a little bit blind.
Yeah.
White walls.
And if we're gonna go with the official story, Paulette's right now stuck in that bed.
Okay.
I find it very hard to believe.
There's a ladder on the side. Is it like a double-decker?
A ladder?
Yeah, I can see a ladder on the side of the bed.
Wait, let me check.
Could it potentially be
By the way, all of this is on the YouTube, because we're probably gonna post it. Yeah, we're definitely posting this on the YouTube. So all of this is on the YouTube channel.
See, there's a ladder on the side, on the foot of the bed.
I think it's just a structure. It's not that. It's not that. It's just like it's just a structure. But you're telling me that at this point, Paulette is somewhere in this room. And this is 5 days in. So
5 days in.
5 days in. So there's no smell. There's no nothing. That's what I understand.
And it's hot in Mexico, no?
It's very hot in Mexico.
Interesting. There's no way she was in there.
There was no way. That's what I'm
No way
saying.
at all.
This doesn't make any sense. Like, she's stuck there in the bed, and no one checked the bed?
And no, there's
For
no
8
bump
days?
or a lump. Come on. Someone or
And
something
look,
underneath.
someone made the bed. They made the bed. This wasn't how the bed looked like
Oh yeah, definitely.
when she went
not.
missing. They literally made the bed.
And somehow didn't notice a little girl
Yeah,
underneath.
as they
Not
made
invincible.
as they made the bed.
Nope.
No, it's clearly a huge conspiracy happening here. On March 29th, the Attorney General announced that Paulette's parents and the two nannies, Erika and Martha Casimiro, would be placed under a restriction order due to falsehoods and inconsistencies in their statements. Each one of them, at a certain moment, have falsified their statements, which has made it difficult to know the truth of the facts and clarify a firm line of investigation. On March 30th, Paulette's parents spent several hours at the police station before being transferred to a hotel in order to comply with the restriction order. The same day, police experts placed blankets at the home for reconstruction of events, which is kind of getting weird at this point to me. And I don't know exactly how this ended up happening, but on March 31st, at around 2 a.m., in the middle of the night, Paulette's remains were found in her bedroom at 2 a.m. in the middle of the night. In the leaked...
By whom?
That's one of my questions. I have no idea who made the discovery. I assume like law enforcement authorities. So Paulette's remains were found in her bedroom. In the leaked video of investigators, one voice is heard saying she was severely beaten whilst examining the stained sheets. However, this statement was almost immediately refuted by General Attorney Bazbaz. Paulette had died accidentally due to mechanical asphyxia due to obstruction of the nasal cavities and Troke's abdominal compression. And we have the video. We have the video that has been released, I think, to the public for some reason. And
Wait, they showed the body?
I don't think we can see the body here. I think we might be able to see the body, but I'm not sure if that's even the real body. But we have the video right here, and I was able to find this on YouTube, so I just took it. Wait, here. The video starts here, and tell me what you see.
Basically, it's a news program.
Yeah, like a... So they're in the room now.
Oh, look at the foot of the bed. It's a little higher.
Yeah, right now, because there's clearly a body.
But I can't see any spaces though.
And this is happening at 2 a.m. They are doing a reconstruction video, and they will now discover the body. During the reconstruction video, they're performing a reconstruction video of events for I don't know what reason at 2 a.m. at night. Maybe they were doing it at 2 a.m. to imitate when she was sleeping.
Yeah, how she slept.
And look, what are you seeing here?
Honestly, all I can see are blankets. Stained blankets.
Stained blankets.
It looks like dried up blood.
And they're just discovering these stained blankets right now after 9 days.
Wait, I read somewhere that a couple of family members slept in the same bed.
So not family members, a friend of the mother's had spent the night in Paulette's room, and she didn't report anything.
I mean, in which day? Do you remember? Like around third or fourth day?
I think it was like something like that, like 4 days in or something.
And no smell at all.
No. So yeah, we're looking at the video right now, and they are it's kind of hard to understand what they're doing. Oh, they're opening up the cover of the sheet, right? And they're looking for like they're looking inside of the... I don't know why they spend so much time looking at the cover of the sheet, right?
I think they're just trying to look for more bloodstains.
Okay. And then all of a sudden they will now take off some sheets and they will discover Paulette's body.
Oh.
And this is Paulette.
That is so creepy.
I don't know if this is Paulette. No, but I don't know if this is Paulette. This is maybe not Paulette.
This could be the...
Like a mannequin or something. I don't know if this is Paulette. I mean, it would be pretty crazy if they just left Paulette there. And now, pay attention to these PJs. Do you see the PJs?
Uh-huh. They look like regular kids' PJs.
Yeah, it's a blue PJ top with, I think, pants, black pants with some sort of animals that are colored in the pink color. So black pants, blue
shirt.
Blue shirt. Okay. And why I'm kind of pausing this really quickly is that these same exact PJs, the ones that we can see right now that apparently Paulette is wearing as she is, stuck in the bed.
As she was found? Her body was found?
Yeah, as her body was found, was actually the same PJs that her mother had been holding during one of the interviews.
This is literally the same thing.
Yeah, this is the same exact PJs. So it's either they had two same exact pairs of PJs, or the mother had later, or someone who was in on it, put the PJs back on the girl.
No, this is crazy.
This is a crazy detail, right?
Yeah, this is such a crazy detail because it's probably...
You didn't know about this one, right?
I did not know about this one. It's probably okay if it's like... Probably a little bit more understandable if the PJs were like matching. Maybe she had like
it's
two or
the
three
same
sets.
exact. It's the same identical PJ.
But this looks like a different kind of design from the other. The shirt doesn't match the pants.
Unless this is a situation where they already know that this is not the real body, and they just took a random mannequin and put the PJs.
Ah, possibly, yeah.
Could be. But this is the body, if this is the real Paulette's body, then this is crazy.
No, it's also pretty crazy if they had a mannequin and then they put Paulette's clothes on the mannequin
to kind of make it seem
to imitate it.
It's
still pretty weird.
Yeah. So that's basically the video that we had right there.
That's a pretty weird coincidence, honestly.
It's a weird video. I'm not gonna lie, that's a very weird video.
I'm still amazed at how literally no one, a bunch of people went around the room, stayed there, slept there. No one even smelled anything. Like, I'm so sorry. I threw away the container of the chicken just really quickly. After a day, it was already smelling awful.
Yeah, this doesn't add up to me as well. So let's go over the controversy surrounding this case, because there's quite a few. So first of all, the nannies, they have no idea how the body could have been stuck in that position, because Erika and Martha Casimiro, they insisted that the girl's body was not under her mattress. Martha said that I looked in the bathroom, under the bed, and in the closet. I saw that she was not there. And I also went into the bedroom of the parents to look for her, to the bedroom of the other girl, her older sister, and from there we started looking for her again. And I went back to look for her in the bedroom. And Erika said, in fact, if it had been like that, I think we would have noticed, since thousands of people came to look for her. The bed was made. I never saw the mattress pulled back. I did not see a bundle or anything. It does not make sense to me that the body could have been there since Monday. That's what Erika said. And now, another strange controversy is how Lisette, the mother, reacted, because apparently Erika Casimiro one of the nannies, later testified that after looking everywhere for Paulette, she found that her mother, Lizette, was actually sitting calmly drinking coffee and smoking a cigarette, all while the father was calmly looking in a closet for the girl. So no one was really panicking, according to the nannies.
I mean, cigarettes might be a sign of stress.
True. Paulette's mysterious disappearance and murder soon sparked one of the biggest publicity campaigns in Mexico. Her mother over and over again talked of that Sunday night, of how her beautiful daughter had disappeared without a trace, leaving the family devastated. But how could this be a kidnapping when no ransom call was ever placed? She wondered, maybe she was taken by aliens. She was heard joking at some point, or perhaps even Harry Potter. The police would claim that in the week they spent at the family home, they had searched every single room, followed all the proceedings as supposed to, and interviewed as many people as they could. At least they finally reached a conclusion that the parents or the live-in nannies had something to do with the murder of Paulette. After all, they were the only ones there when the crime occurred. So I assume law enforcement was also suspecting foul play at this point. And what do you make about Lizette's comments about her missing daughter, that she may have been taken by aliens or Harry Potter?
Yeah, I was about to comment on that. There's no way a mom would ever say that when her child is missing.
Exactly.
Like, literally, your child is missing and you're gonna joke about it like maybe she was taken by Harry Potter or aliens. No, that's the furthest thing on your mind. Your child could have been everywhere on the streets with some bad people. Nope. She doesn't seem like a mom who like actually, I'm not gonna say cared, because she probably did, but she didn't seem to be that concerned that her kid was missing.
Yeah. Apparently the parents' marriage had been falling apart, and Lizette, the mother, had gone to Los Cabos to meet with her lover there. I mean, this is all alleged. And spent the weekend partying and drinking in Los Cabos, right? Soon, the married couple turned against each other. Lizette claimed that it was Mauricio who had planned everything. Mauricio
planned
said
everything on the murder.
Or I don't know what is.
Oh, okay, it wasn't indicated.
Yeah, Mauricio said that Lizette and the nannies had something to do with Paulette's disappearance. On the 30th of March, both parents and nannies were placed in detention, and investigators concluded that Lizette showed no signs of being affected by her daughter's disappearance. So Lizette didn't care, allegedly. Now, this is a strange detail. On March 23rd, it was revealed that Lizette had gone out with her other daughter and not come back until 7 hours later. When she did return that time, no one, what she did during this time, no one knows. So on day 2 of the disappearance, Lizette took her other daughter,
the sister,
for 7 hours somewhere, and no one knew what they were doing.
7 hours?
Yeah, unaccounted for 7 hours on day 2. What do you think they're doing?
I mean, there's no way they're hiding the body because, come on, there's a kid in there. But 7 hours is such a long time to just go to the mall and just refresh.
Why would you go to the mall when your daughter is missing?
Like maybe just, I don't know, to calm yourself down. 7 hours is a little too long. To take a short breather. I have no idea. What do you think about this?
I have no idea what to make of this. Let's continue. A close friend of Lizette, Amanda De La Rosa, was allowed to live in Paulette's room for several days immediately following her disappearance. Amanda slept in Paulette's room, which was not secured by authorities. In the time she stayed there, the bed was made on a daily basis, and nobody noticed the girl's body, nor the bloody stains on the sheets as they appeared on the forensics video that we have just seen like a few minutes ago. As a result, Amanda was also investigated as a possible suspect, and I think I know why. Because she was maybe staying there and maybe she was in on it. Amanda De La Rosa could have been in on it. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like, because, I mean, she could be in on it, dude.
Wait. So are you saying that Paulette probably was still alive?
I think I don't know what was happening there, but I think Amanda De La Rosa could have potentially been moving things around, if you know what I mean. As a result, Amanda was investigated, but no charges were filed. At the end of the investigation, she wrote a book, Where's Paulette?, narrating the events from her personal perspective, questioning the discrepancies between the facts and the authorities' statements. So I don't know what actually she said in the book. I didn't read it, but I am curious about this woman. She could be a person who knows something.
Yeah, this is very interesting because staying in a room with a dead body for multiple days is just something, I don't even know how to explain it.
It's strange.
It's unbelievable. And to know nothing and not to notice that you're literally like laying on top of a dead body or like on the side of it, it's crazy.
9 days after the disappearance, a team of 3 forensic experts entered Paulette's room at 2 a.m. and made that crazy video that we've seen. And I think that is credited as the official time when Paulette's body was found. So strange, but apparently that's how it happened. So the people in the video, they walked to the bed and began taking measurements, loudly stating the characteristics of the bed and other things and recording their activities on the video. At one point, one of the men declared twice that Paulette was severely beaten to death. And a few moments later, the forensic expert to the right removed the bed's blankets to reveal 2 large bloodstains, one of them the size of an adult's head. The same man walked to the front of the bed with the help of another forensic expert and removed all of the sheets to reveal Paulette's corpse, partially hidden on one side of the mattress. Although the local authorities gave the video to the press as a document to prove how the body was found, there are several doubts about its authenticity. Most experts agree that it is a reenactment and not a real-time event, which may explain how one of the forensic experts could know that Paulette was beaten before any evidence was found during the video. It would also explain the placement of the camera and the position of the forensic experts in the exact place to be able to show all of the elements to the public without any obstruction. It has also been noted that none of those present seemed to show any surprise when discovering the body, and they even continue narrating the events with a mechanical voice, as if they were repeating a script. The time the video was recorded was very unusual as well, 2 a.m. at night. Such legal procedures are usually performed in the daytime. The biggest controversy regarding the video was that as soon as it was released, Attorney General Baz publicly stated that the images proved that Paulette had accidentally suffocated, avoiding any mention of violence. In later interviews and statements to the press, violence was not mentioned again, and the official cause of death was ruled an accident. So the Attorney General Baz used that fake reenactment video to prove that it was an accident.
Okay, I don't really get it.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, it really doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah. So
like what the hell is happening?
It's insane. It's this whole thing is just a cluster of, you know what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
This whole thing is just madness. This whole case is insanity. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
So another strange detail was uncovered when it was found out that during the investigation of the case, a recording between the mother Lisette and the other daughter was released, in which Lisette instructs her daughter not to say anything about Paulette's disappearance so that they would not be blamed. And apparently the daughter said, "Why, mom?" And Lisette replied, "Because otherwise they will blame us for stealing her, or that you took her away to be stolen." At first, Lisette denied this, saying that the recording was edited, so it sounded like she was telling her daughter to hide any information. Later, however, she accepted that these were the words she actually said, stating that she had the conversation with her daughter, but not in the context that it was showed. But apparently the mother was already telling the daughter to kinda keep your mouth shut.
Otherwise, we're gonna go to jail, basically.
Yeah, they're gonna blame you. They're gonna blame you for killing you, or like for, so you know what I mean?
Stealing. But what does that mean?
What does that mean?
Like, did they take her somewhere?
I don't know, man.
Still, the more we talk about it, the more this case doesn't make any sense.
Absolutely nothing makes any sense, right? Also, it was, I think, uncovered that Mauricio, the father, had close ties with General Attorney Baz Baz.
Oh, okay, now it makes sense.
And both of them got along pretty well. Baz Baz surprisingly believed Mauricio's story and never stopped blaming the mother Lisette, because at one point Lisette and Mauricio, they started fighting. Lisette started blaming Mauricio, Mauricio started blaming Lisette, etc. Lisette would testify in an interview 2 years after the fact that she had been consistently threatened by the police, and that detectives in the case had placed a gun to her head at some point.
Okay, again, it doesn't make sense now.
It's bizarre. Nonetheless, Baz's plan had worked to some extent, and everyone in Mexico believed, and still believe to a large extent, that Lisette, the mother, was a cold and sick woman they had seen on TV, and murdered her innocent daughter. At the end of the day, the most common theories are these, okay? And I'm going to present to you the three main theories here, and you tell me which of these three main theories about Paulette's disappearance resonate with you the most, and what you would believe the most, okay?
All right, let's go for it.
So hear me out, all of them, and then tell me what you think, okay? So the first theory is that Lisette killed her daughter, because having a child with disabilities may have been too much for a woman with a lack of empathy, and that was clearly not very affectionate. She was not affectionate. Lisette could have killed her daughter shortly after the disappearance and then hid her body somewhere in the house, perhaps in the elevator shaft. One neighbor complained that one of the elevators was acting strange and bumping into something, allegedly, or she could have hidden her in an air duct. Most people in Mexico believe that Lisette killed her daughter. Theory number 2 is that this was all a staged kidnapping, because Mauricio and Lisette, they were having financial problems, and they could barely afford the fancy apartment they were living in. Because of this, they may have staged the kidnapping of her daughter Paulette in hopes of getting money from the girl's grandparents who were wealthy, or from the public. They hid their daughter in an air duct somewhere in the apartment and told her to wait there. After realizing how much attention the case had gotten, they panicked and couldn't come back for the girl. She then suffocated to death in the air duct. And the last theory is that Paulette's elder sister, the 7-year-old older sister, may have killed her. The girl, experts said, felt superior to her sister, but was also jealous of the attention that her parents were giving to Paulette. Some speculate that Mauricio and Lisette may have been fighting that night, and Paulette was scared, started crying, and her sister tried to shut her up, killing her in the process.
No, the last part was pretty odd. I don't think a kid would be strong enough to suffocate another
And why
kid.
would because okay, the case is clearly staged, or sorry, the it's a huge conspiracy, and I think the parents are involved, of course.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, they're definitely involved here. And why would they, if Lizette, if the older daughter, who was 7, killed her 4-year-old daughter, most likely by accident, why would you cover it up? It's not like the 7-year-old daughter would get into huge trouble.
No, but she would go into juvie.
I don't know what would happen to a 7-year-old.
Would they go to juvie as a
I don't even
7-year-old?
know. I don't even know what would happen. I don't think it would make sense to kind of do this whole thing.
But maybe they were protecting the older sister.
Maybe if the older sister was older than 7, I don't know who would sentence a 7-year-old to
That's
life,
true.
right?
Yeah.
I don't think
I don't
that's
think-
happening.
I don't think there's any 7-year-olds who would actually, I don't know, murder.
And how would you even murder someone at 7? I guess you could, but I don't
but
know.
7-year-olds are pretty weak. Like maybe,
You would have to have a tool, like a knife or something.
but there were no signs of trauma, right?
No,
Like stab wounds or something.
allegedly, but how shady the whole thing was handled, I'm not even gonna believe the authorities on this one. Nothing makes sense. A clear-cut staging is happening, and there is no justice for Paulette because Mexico's officials are corrupt right now, or at least back then in that part of Mexico.
Oh, really?
I mean, look at what's happening in this case.
Yeah, that's true. There's
It's
a lot of
super obvious.
manipulation.
I mean, super obvious to me that someone in the Mexican government is messing up right now, or at least back
Baz.
then. Baz
Seems like it.
Baz was corrupt to his gills.
Maybe not. Maybe he's just a very good friends with Mauricio.
Yeah, and since he's such a good friend, he let Mauricio off the hook.
That's what friends are for, I guess.
Yeah, right.
Anyways,
Good friends.
I think there could be do you think there's a possibility that they were playing, the sisters, and then the older sister, I don't know, like as a kid, like sat, like pillow fights?
No, I don't, because there wouldn't be this cover up happening if it was. I think it was one of the parents.
Why though?
Accident,
What do you mean accident?
accidental murder of the child.
Oh, do you think? I have this idea that probably Paulette was getting beaten up. Not severely. Maybe just a punishment here and there, and then it went a little too far.
How are you gonna punish a 4-year-old disabled girl?
Oh man, there's a lot. I heard a lot of horror stories.
But these people are wealthy. They're still doing that?
I have no idea actually, but I heard a local story from my hometown.
Besides, they have nannies.
Yeah, but then again, they also had financial problems. Maybe, is there a possibility they were taking it out on Paulette?
I mean, if they're like some really sinister, dark, crappy people, then maybe.
I heard a story from my hometown, my crazy hometown, that there was a kid who went to school, very lively, energetic, top of the class, teacher's pet, so on and so forth. But then one day he started going to class all quiet, isolated, and just plain out ignoring everyone. And then they discovered that when he started going to school like that, the beatings from his stepfather also started. It's because of the beatings of the stepfather. Is there a reason why? Yeah, the stepfather was a drunk.
Okay.
And no particular reason whatsoever. Innocent kid got beaten up.
No, yeah, I do agree
Domestic.
that this terrible thing does occur.
So I was
But-
kind of thinking that, do you think there's a possibility that it also happened in this case?
I mean, I'm not sure because think about it. They just came back from a trip. I think there was also like a line of thinking that maybe Paulette didn't come back alive from the trip. with Mauricio. I'm not sure about that one.
Potentially, yeah.
That's also something to think about. But then, Lizette claims that she had put her to bed. I don't know. Kind of strange, huh?
At this point, I'm not gonna believe any of the adults involved in this case because there seems to be a lot of different stories.
Yeah, everyone's telling their own line. Everyone's telling their own story, and remember, they all were put on a restraining order. So I understand they had to live separately because their stories did not match up. All right. So what do you think? Do you think that Lizette killed her daughter?
I'm not particularly sure if it's only just Lizette. I would say
No. Do you think that Lizette killed her daughter and then everyone else in the house knew more? Or do you think that someone else killed the daughter? What about the nannies?
No, I'm pretty sure the parents did it. Or one of them or both of them. Something's
The
up with
nannies
them.
did seem to be honest.
The nannies,
Seemed
I
honest.
feel like they knew something more, but it's either they're too scared to say it or they were told not to say it by the police.
I mean, at this point, when it's a clear setup, you have to start thinking about it. Would anyone even believe you at this point, Because look at how corrupt this whole thing was.
Exactly.
The nannies were probably scared to talk and tell the truth
Yeah,
because
I would be.
because they knew they were gonna get hit.
I mean, the police are very biased at this point. The investigation is
Apparently, 100 people were in that room, and they could not find
this
Paulette.
this is even weirder because maybe the kid was missing, but then why would you let 100 people in
In the room.
the room and I don't know, mess things up, mess the investigation up?
I don't know.
So many fingerprints are in there probably.
I mean, and Mexico should be able to handle these, right?
I have no idea.
What are you saying, that Mexico's investigations are not the best in the world?
Oh, obviously, but then again, it's there's a lot of things involved. How capable were the police in this particular situation?
I mean, this was kind of Mexico City, or as I understand, suburbs of Mexico City. So this
fancy suburbs.
So this is as good as it's gonna get.
Yeah, but then again, Buzz was highly influenced by Mauricio.
Damn, Mexico, what are you doing right now?
Well, just for this case.
So, how are you gonna conclude this story?
I'm quite convinced that the family, the mom and dad, either killed Paulette or did something that unintentionally killed her. Maybe beaten up.
Yeah.
Sorry if that's kind of confusing. It's either they asphyxiated her or they did something terrible. Because remember, you mentioned something that some dude was saying she got beaten up. Right?
Yeah, but that's so weird. It was the first guy to speak on that forensics video, which didn't make any sense. The existence of that video didn't make any sense. They filmed it at 2 a.m. and the guy was like, there's clear signs of severe beatings. And then the attorney general immediately said there was no beatings. It was accidental.
I kind of believe the other guy way more than the general.
General?
At
But
this
I mean,
point.
that was a reenactment, so it wasn't live reactions. They were just saying random stuff.
Man, this case is so
Yeah, and they were
confusing.
taking measurements. I'm pretty sure those measurements that they were taking during the video, it was all random. Nonsense.
Yeah, and all I know is that I don't know, I'm kind of convinced that there's no way a little kid would get in that little space and just die.
Why is
She could speak. Paulette could
why
speak,
is
right?
there even that space?
Exactly. I was wondering because they were rich.
So what are you saying, that they were rich enough to afford a properly fitting?
Yeah, definitely. We could afford to buy a mattress that fits perfectly in our bed frame.
And
They
you're-
definitely could.
You think so?
Yeah, come on, we're commoners.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
I don't have a massive space on the foot of my bed that I could like squeeze in. Or at least a little kid would squeeze in and die.
So I think I'm just gonna conclude that I definitely think that something is very off, and I don't think it was an accident.
Yeah, I think it's a mixture of incompetence,
Corruption.
Manipulation of like external people
Yeah.
with the investigation.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Just a crazy story, huh?
it's a crazy story. I do think there could be a chance that Paulette was killed unintentionally. Like they wanted to beat her up or something. I'm still very convinced about that. And she passed away, and then they were so freaked out they were trying to hide the body.
You know, the only thing that doesn't make sense to me, if Paulette was murdered by the parents, they were already on detention when the body was found. So who put the body back there?
The other lady. Remember you were talking about the other lady who stayed for a day?
She was already, I think, not in the house after the parents were put in the detention. Who put Paulette's body back?
Or do you think the body was always there and that's the reason why the blankets are all over her? To cover up the smell?
No, I don't. What, do you think that her body was actually there for 9 days?
And no, not necessarily, because there's no way a blanket, no matter how hard you wrap it and how many layers, there's no way it would prevent the stench from literally rotting meat
Yeah.
from coming out and like.
But what are you saying then? When do you think it was placed back and by whom?
You mentioned that the day Paulette's body was discovered, it was because of the stench, right?
Yes.
The smell.
That was the official reason.
Official reason. So I was thinking it's either the day before that or a couple of days back. When would the body start smelling?
But the parents were in detention in a hotel.
Buzz.
So you think he sent his people?
No, at this point I'm just like trying to figure out who were left that were authorized to be in that crime scene.
Probably just authorities.
Nannies?
No, they were also in detention.
Buzz?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Authorities.
But that's a really awful cover-up though. Really awful. I mean, if
it's a terrible cover-up.
Yeah. I mean, it's already a terrible case, but it's also like an amateur cover-up, if I could say that.
It seemed to work in Mexico.
Yeah, it's just very interesting. It's kind of like, it's very amateur. There could be other ways to cover up something like that, but then again, it's really terrible. I don't know.
All I'm gonna say is there's something really off, and I hope that Paulette now rests in peace.
Yeah, definitely.
And,
she's in a better place with no pain.
Unfortunately, I don't think we'll ever know. I unfortunately do not think we will ever know what happened to Paulette. All I know is that I strongly believe that someone's not telling the truth here, and I think that foul play definitely occurred, in my opinion.
So you don't think she just rolled over to the foot of the bed?
I think her mother potentially murdered her.
How about the dad?
Or the dad.
Either one, right?
Yeah, or the nannies.
And the conversation of Lisette with the older sister is also pretty weird.
Yeah, so maybe even the older sister had something to do with it. We don't know. All I know is that I do not believe that it was an accident.
No way.
I think someone killed Paulette.
Unfortunately.
And they got away with murder.
Unfortunately.
And we will never know who exactly was the murderer.
Exactly.
Okay.
Hopefully one day justice will be served.
Yeah,
for
hopefully.
Poor Paulette.
But something tells me that it's not going to happen because it's been already like 14 years. And I just don't believe that we're going to know. Honestly, it's been so long. Looks like this case is going absolutely nowhere. Witnesses will die eventually. Lead suspects will die eventually. And Paulette's case will be unsolved.